It's family gatherings, and of course, lots of shopping and celebration. But along with all the joy comes something far less festive, which is the massive spike in waste. Every December, South Africa sees mountains of wrapping paper, single use plastics, and disposable packaging piling up in our landfills and waterways. I was just telling you guys that that I'm going to an event today, and I know for a fact that they don't allow any like cans or anything, but they have excessive amounts of the plastic cups. And of course, we use them like the whole night, but then we have to dispose of them afterwards. Can you imagine what the landfills are going to look like, as opposed to us just getting the reusable cups, something that you can take home and reuse once again. So we need to be very cautious with how we navigate this. And joining us to unpack this a little bit more is Nicholas Fortis, who is an expert in sustainable consumer practices representing Fortis X. Nick, such a joy to have you again. How are you doing?
Good, very much. Thank you so much for having us on your show again.
Fantastic. So, December is December, man. It's almost a religion in Africa. And it's important for us to help navigate, the waste management. How do we navigate some of the biggest contributors to the surge of waste management in the festive season?
Well, I know you just mentioned some people might be feeling that regret for an extra glass or two that they might have had to drink last night. And certainly we also think that some people might have taken another risk without knowing it and reached for an extra plastic bottle somewhere along the way.
And yes.
To answer your question, we certainly believe that there's some green initiatives, and happy to unpack them with you now on your show.
Please do. Talk to us about them.
Yeah, so something that's been incredibly exciting is to see the packaging industry evolve, not only for the biodegradable bottle that was our claim to fame a couple of years ago, but now also extending to the cups that you mentioned, to other packaging initiatives and products that the market has been demanding. So certainly anything that has been made from single plastic in the past, we are now able to produce them out of sugarcane and biodegradable alternatives. Yeah. But if your listeners feel that they might not have access to that, certainly your suggestion as well of using something reusable, whether those are metal and similar products seem to be the way to go.
I feel like we use very verbose language when we talk about waste management. Why is it important for us to not use the excessive amounts of plastic, or just the manner in which we use or waste and not recycle? I mean, I think let's just put it simply, because I really think that a lot of the time when we talk about like waste management or the environment, why is it important for us to manage what we are consuming?
I'd say to you that the number one reason behind that is that plastics to quite a large degree are breaking down all the time. And the buzzword that, maybe some of us are getting a little bit tired of now is the buzzword microplastics. So in a nutshell, from the synthetic clothes that we sometimes wear to single-use bottles and packaging that we drink from, have these 5 millimeter and smaller particles that are breaking off that product and actually being ingested into the body, and with the clothing even rubbing off onto the skin. So the major issue, to really simplify it, is that the plastics are breaking down in and around our bodies.
So, what's interesting for me is that we as the consumers agree with this, right? But there are the producers that completely ignore the environmental effects of excessive plastic and continue to do this. Think about events, for example, or like concerts or festivals, where they'll only give you the option to kind of use the plastic cups that they provide or they sell to you. Whereas, I know that if people were given the option to bring their tumblers or something, that they can continuously use, it would be different. So how do we get the message to the producers as well?
The biggest problem up until now has been the price. So our company, Fortis X, along with a few others around the world, have now finally managed to get through this with an economies of scale. So the fact that the alternatives are now affordable is something that the big producers and, let's say, event managers can request, and it no longer remains this difficult topic to digest, which it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So certainly to get the word out and to see policy change, we believe is pretty much the only way that we're going to get it right. And I think we touched on it previously. Countries like Rwanda and Kenya have managed to do so. And Rwanda and Kenya, being in very similar economic positions to South Africa, have proven that there's light at the end of the tunnel.
And let's talk about your technology for a moment. I mean, how does it turn the plastic into valuable materials? What impact does it have on our economy, the circular economy, that is?
So with the biodegradable solutions that are there, and being 100% made from plants, local market is able now to drive this from an input point of view. So something that's quite interesting in South Africa is that we generate 11 million tons of sugarcane annually. And with the impact that sugar taxes have had recently, there's quite an abundance of the raw material available. And on top of that, now with the biodegradation of the product, this actually becomes quite a valuable soil supplement at the end of life. So it certainly feeds into the circular economy directives and requirements that the government has.
And also, what would you say to the South Africans listening right now? One powerful message to inspire a more conscious and sustainable festive season.
We'd certainly say that the obvious items which we still try and drum home is, instead of being the litter bug, which we know so many people in South Africa can still be, you just take that extra step. We know there's a bit of effort to now get to the bins, to get to the recycling depots and outlets, but be the positive change we want to see in the world.
Amazing stuff. And where can we get more information about the Fortis X technologies?
On Google, if anybody Googles biodegradable bottle South Africa, Fortis X comes up quite a bit. Our website is fortisx.com, and our Instagram handle is biodegradable_packaging.
Amazing stuff. Nicholas, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. And safe travels. It sounds like you're on the road, so wherever you're going, I hope you arrive there safely.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Fantastic stuff. That was Nicholas Fortis, who's an expert in sustainable consumer practices, representing Fortis X. Amazing stuff. It's true, though, guys. Like, you should see how terrible and I asked myself the question, when all of those plastics, over thousands and thousands of cups being thrown out and the cans, where is it going? We need to be more active citizens, in our day-to-day lives, especially with consumerism more than ever now. Consumerism is about to take center stage, so we need to be clever about it. It is 8:38 Central African time. Let's enjoy some music right here on the Oasis.
Weekends just got better. Only on Channel Africa.